Welcome to 9 Times. My name is Garrett, and I'm creating my own fictional worlds. This time, again, branching off of the gem technology tree, I'm making a large gun, basically. This utilizes the liquid form, or the goo form, of some of these gems, uses them as ammo to form these shards or spikes or balls or cylinders or whatever that get launched out of these large cannons. Here I'm drawing some of the mechanisms that might be used for these, something like having the lid or the cover click into place and twist to the side, which locks it in to the gun and also opens up the slot. For this one, I didn't really do much designing for the actual gun. I just traced over my drawing that I already had, so this one was more of an illustration based off of that. At some point in the future, I do want to be able to show my process of just sketching or include that, so I'm not just showing you these sketches, but actually drawing the sketches in front of you, physically on paper with a pencil. But I'm not set up for that quite yet. In this world, I want there to be a pretty good mix of melee and ranged weapons. I'd say primarily melee weapons, and so ranged weapons would be like bows or slings or other things like that, and of course catapults and other things maybe. I do also want there to be some guns, but not just an everyday carry and every other person has a gun kind of thing. I want them to be somewhat special occasions, either just too expensive for people or just too large for people to carry around all the time. So something like this, the way this is made is it kind of counters the weight and pivots in the middle, kind of on your shoulder there. So those orange pads at the bottom there are to rest your shoulder and have it kind of as a shoulder mounted cannon. And the trigger being towards the front of that below the barrel there. And so you've got a couple windows in here showing the goo or the liquid flowing through. And the reason it's so big is because it is forming these bullets. I guess we could call them these projectiles, I guess would be a better term. And forming them in preparation of being launched. These bigger ones might have a decent rate of fire depending on how much they can carry, but of course you're not going to just be firing like a minigun. You can only fire what you have built up and what you have created in these systems. I'm trying to figure out how to limit the technology a bit so that these aren't basically just guns with special looking bullets in them. Because that's not what the point is. The point is to make them not a modern day gun. The point is to kind of make it to where it's a toss up. You know, there's advantages to having these big weapons, but there's also disadvantages. You know, if someone's coming at you up close with a knife, you're not exactly going to be able to turn around fast and defend yourself or really be able to evade them unless you set this thing down. This is more for, I don't know, sieging or whatever else. There are some mechs that could potentially wield these. You could have a whole entire arm dedicated to one of these, or maybe even a whole entire mech dedicated to using one of these. I just kind of let myself have fun with the colors here. I didn't really stress too much about what fit or what matched. I do like the look of it being kind of this chaotic but cool looking weapon at the same time, with a lot of varying parts. Maybe these buttons on the side here can cause the thing to switch into different modes, whether it's shooting a bigger projectile or many smaller projectiles or what have you. So there we have it. Just a cool little gun, cannon, whatever thing. We'll see how I end up implementing it into this world. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.